Come on, up, Linky. So this is Link. On my right, your left, and that's Marcel. And Linky's 12, Marcel is 3.
They are so
cute. And we'll have actually, we'll have our dog eye product, our puppy eye product, and our puppy joint product coming out very soon. So they've all been formulated, so it'll be a powder initially that you just sprinkle on their food. But I wanted to show everyone here, because it's relevant for omega-3s, because we'll talk about omega-3s today in terms of, certainly we know about their heart health benefits. Mine will never upset your stomach. They'll never repeat. There's no fishy aftertaste. They're in their natural form. The typical omega-3 is a synthetic ethyl ester, which liberates trace amounts of alcohol when you consume it. So these are technically, scientifically, they're back to nature. So it's almost, you need to know the science better than everybody else to be able to make a product that's truly more natural, which is what we do. But if you look at lutein, and these are the 2 forms of zeaxanthin, look at astaxanthin, even if you looked at them carefully, you'd almost have to be a biochemist to distinguish the molecular differences between them. The one thing they have in common is they're all the same length. And they're the same length because they straddle the membranes in the critical cells in our eyes. And those membranes are defined by the dimensions of omega-3 fatty acids. So, because essentially lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, they are straddling the omega-3 rich membranes in our eyes. So, as much as our brain is 2/3 DHA, the most important omega-3 in our product, not in other products, but in ours, yes. Also, omega-3s, if you figure you start with the brain at 2/3 of the weight is DHA, that in our retina of our eye, DHA is even more concentrated than it is in our brain. And that concentration of DHA, that structural dimension of DHA, is determinative of the benefits and the dimensions of those protective carotenoids in our eye. So you cannot have a healthy vision over the course of your lifetime if your eyes do not contain the DHA that's required for their structure. So again, it's not a drug or a medicine that's imparting some action to give you healthy vision. It is the actual structural molecule. If I said to you, you know, calcium is kind of important for the health of your bones, you'd say kind of important? You'd say it's absolutely essential. It's part of their structure. That is the exact same thing that you would be saying with DHA when it comes to your eye. That DHA is even more determinative of the structure of your eye and the retina than calcium is determinative of the structure of your bones. So that's why it's important to mention this. And it's not going to be a Today Special again, our omega-3, until April or May of 2021. So you don't have to worry about it coming back at a much lower price in the future, because that Today Special once a year is going to be almost a year away.
Yeah. So this is a weekend special is the next best thing to a today's special. So if you do need to restock, this is the absolute perfect time to do it. So along with the heart health benefits, the eye health benefits, the brain health benefits of taking this product, you just happen to be getting, again, one that has the ingredients. You know, a lot of the fish oil products out there don't even have the DHA, which is critical. But all they put is, you know, when you buy a fish oil product, a lot of times in the stores, it just says omega-3. It just says fish oil. And you don't actually know the breakdown of the actual oils that are in there. And that is, it's misleading. It really is misleading when you think about it.
It's deceptive. And ours, each capsule, you're getting 500 milligrams of omega-3s. You're getting it in a capsule that is roughly 50 to 60% the size of a typical capsule that gives you far less. So you get more of what you want. You get it in a natural form. It will never upset your stomach. So, and the comparison, I hate to say, I'd say compares to our competition, but it's really not competition when you think they're synthetic ethyl esters. They don't focus on the proper form of omega-3. They're hard to swallow. They'll upset your stomach. There's a fishy aftertaste, and they're not made environmentally responsibly. So there's no comparison, and our value is just light years beyond theirs when you consider those attributes.
Here we go. And again, if you have a minute, I know we don't have a lot of time to chat about this today, but there are over 3,100 Perfect 5 reviews. Then there's another almost 300 4-star. I mean, you're looking out of 3,600 reviews. I mean, you're at over 95% excellent reviews on this product, and it's a fish oil product. So if you're thinking about trying it, or if you need to restock it, take advantage of the weekend special pricing. The flex pay is there for you. The free shipping and handling is there for you. You're just picking the size you'd like us to send you. But this, we are moving into what we call a little variety show. So we are gonna step over and we're gonna talk next up about circulation and vein support. This is another one that people adore. This is a notice the difference, feel the difference product when you take it. And today we have also some very special pricing. This is for July because it is our birthday month. So Andrew brings us extra savings across the board on his most popular products. So this is our July special savings event. It's obviously the circulation and vein support. We have a 30, a 60, a 180, or a 360 size. So you're picking whatever size you'd like us to send you. Most of us, when possible, we try to stock up on the biggest size because that's always where you're going to get the biggest savings. Normally we would be at $129.90, but for our July special event, we have $80 only. I mean, if you take one a day, $80, that is a bargain. And then here is your savings over here. So best part about this, again, for the health of the circulation in your legs, your feet, your calves. And you know, when we don't have good circulation in our lower extremities, you know how your feet feel, how your ankles feel, how your calves look and feel, right? I mean, you know when your circulation needs some help. And it only makes sense that a product like this is helping because it's easy for blood to be pumped down, right, Andrew? But that's the problem, is that think about, we don't have little pumps in our feet that are pumping the blood back up through those little delicate veins and capillaries in our legs, and that's where people run into issues, right?
And all of us, even if you do everything right, over the course of your lifetime, it's kind of like your vision. Over the course of your lifetime, the challenges in the circulation in the lower extremities, it's going to be visible, whether those blood vessels become more enlarged, whether those tissues in our feet, our ankles, our calves, whether they swell, whether it's discomfort, whether it's a restless feeling. Those things happen, those things change, whether it affects our sleep. And most of us think because the normal aging process is what it is, we call it the normal aging process. We think there's nothing we could do about it. But just as it's seen in the science when it comes to the eye product, lutein and zeaxanthin, those special ingredients, the science is crystal clear on the ingredients in this product. In fact, this morning, whenever I do the shows, we look at whatever current research was just published on the important ingredients. And what was astounding to me, diosmin, the key ingredient in this product, has beyond compelling research, dozens and dozens of convincing clinical scientific studies. But the butcher's broom extract, what I was reading today, were a couple of dozen studies, recent studies on butcher's broom extract that are just absolutely mind-blowing themselves in terms of the changes that we all think there's nothing we can do about in terms of our lower extremities. Because as we get older, for a lot of us, those veins function poorly, that we're just not getting that circulation back. As you said it's really easy to get the blood down there. In fact, if we do nothing, the blood's going down there. Why? Gravity. Mm-hmm. So the blood is going down there, whether you're sitting or standing, and there's nothing you can do about it. It wants to go down there. That's physics at work. That's Mother Nature at work. Gravity makes it all go downhill. And as you said, there's no pumps in our feet. How do we get it back? And that really is the tone, the health, the vitality of those veins. And certainly there's structures and valves and the musculature can help, but it is a difficult process and becomes only more challenging and difficult with aging. And this is a product that it really is, we say with Ultimate Eye, it's a see the difference product. With circulation vein, yes, it's a see the difference. You see the difference in the swelling or the changes in the veins, but you really feel and experience the difference. And it's a product that diosmin on its own, as we have it standardized and granulated here like no one else, butcher's broom on its own, or horse chestnut on its own, and then the support of pine bark extract and grapeseed extract. Any one of those ingredients exceeds what anyone else is doing, and the forms and the standardization we deliver, that this product was fantastic when I introduced it a quarter of a century ago. Fantastic when they introduced it in Europe 60 years ago. Today, it's light years beyond what I did 25 years ago. And other than a Today Special, it's more affordable than it's ever been. In fact, today's price, because it is a monthly special, this will not be a Today Special again until January or February of 2021. Mm-hmm. This will be the best price you will see on this product for 2020. Wow. It will not be at a lower price for the rest of this year until January or February when we do a Today Special. So even my Today Special, say from 10 or 15 years ago, was not as good a value or as good a product as it is as a monthly special today. So that's how exciting this product is. And I always said, you could watch my tapes for the last 25 years, 2 capsules per day, 2 capsules per day. In January, for the first time, I said, because of the changes in granulation on diosmin, because of the addition of horse chestnut, the doubling of the butcher's broom extract, I said, you know, if you can't afford 2 capsules, you will still get benefits with 1 capsule.
Wow.
I recommend 2, but at least now 1 capsule. So now for about 20 cents a day, this formula can deliver. And so that's very exciting as well.
That's amazing. I mean, $79.90. That is a special for our birthday. That is a birthday special. This is the greatest gift you give yourself, because we all want to be blessed with years, but if you don't have the get up and go, if your legs are heavy, if your legs feel heavy, if you feel like you just don't have the energy to do the things you want to do, to play with your children or play with your grandchildren, to do the things you want to do, this is a product that makes such a world of difference. Go read the reviews. People talk about everything from women who are now wearing skirts again. They stopped wearing skirts because they didn't like the way their legs looked. Their legs looked swollen, their veins were showing. I mean, you will notice a difference in your legs if you start taking this, not just on how they feel, in how they look and how your legs look. Andrew, when we first launched this, he said, we probably could have sold this with a little tape measure so you can actually see a measurable difference, because you know how it goes. When you get home after a long day, the first thing you want to do is put your feet up, right? Put your feet up and relax. So if you notice your feet, your ankles, your calves get swollen, I mean, that's all buildup of liquid. That's the seepage of liquid from the delicate veins and capillaries. This is giving us the building blocks we need to support the health of those delicate veins and capillaries in our legs, right?
And what's interesting, what you were just saying, that yes, on the research on these ingredients, they ask subjectively, and they're double blind. So people don't know whether they're taking it or they're getting nothing. So they don't know. So the only thing that's working is the product. But when you're looking at the research on this, yes, it's very interesting and exciting when people say, wow, my legs feel better, that restless feeling is gone, or that all the discomfort is gone. But what's really exciting to me is when it's completely objective, when, as you said, when they're measuring the swelling in the feet, when they're measuring the swelling in the ankle, when they're measuring the enlargement of the blood vessels. In fact, today you reminded me, I just read some really interesting studies. They had something that was like a capillariometer or something like that, where they're actually able to measure the change and the repair and the distension in the capillaries, and that they saw a visible difference on a microscopic level in the changes in capillaries. So that's to me what makes this so exciting. The reviews are incredible, because this is a product that if the 50% of the reviews were compelling and positive, that's fantastic. How about 95% are compelling and positive? Right. That's better than fantastic.
So let me ask you something. So we talk about this focuses on the health of the veins and capillaries in our legs. My question would be, is this not beneficial to the veins and capillaries in other parts of our body, not just in the leg area?
Well, it's funny that I was reading the research, and it's kind of fun before the show. It brings the product back into focus for me. So I read all the recently published research on the key ingredients in a product. And that's exactly what a lot of research was talking about in terms of different systems in our body, that as we get older, it's certainly, we feel it, see it, notice it in the extremities, because they are extremities. They're hard to reach. It's hard to get the blood flow back. But there are other tissues in our bodies. Muriel often comments on it when we go for a long hike, that she'll notice it in her hands, that her rings are less tight at the end of a long hike. So yes, it works throughout our body to support the tone, the health, the vitality of our blood vessels. We notice it, and it makes a significant difference in how we feel and how we sleep and how we experience life because of our legs and what we see in our legs. But you are correct. It is benefiting the circulation throughout our body. Wow. Even there was a great article I read today on one of the problems that we have, say, with our connective tissue, our tendons, our cartilage. They're not rich when it comes to blood flow. And one of the interesting articles I read talked about diosmin, talked about these ingredients in terms of the healthy nourishment of cartilage. So when you support healthy circulation, you're supporting all of those difficult to reach tissues like the connective tissue in our joints. So very, very exciting science. And again, this was a product when I introduced it, the science was compelling. And this is not a product that's a traditional product. This is a product that's natural ingredients. It's one of those things. Mother Nature has provided an incredible, incredible tool. And all I needed to do was figure out how to deliver diosmin from the rind of citrus fruit, standardized horse chestnut, and standardized butcher's broom. Take her wonderful gifts that are abundant around us and deliver us to us in a form that has no side effects, that won't upset our stomach, that's easy to swallow, and just delivers the benefits. And the reviews say that I'm doing a good job delivering on Mother Nature and delivering on the science.
No doubt about it. And we want to remind you that this is a special price for our birthday. We're 43 years young at HSN this month, and this is a special birthday price. I do want to point out to everybody that if you call and order it now, you will not see a better value on this until first quarter of 2021. So feel rest assured you are getting the best value we will offer for the rest of the year on this amazing product. And it is an amazing product. You can do $80 right now, $79.90 gets you a 360 cap supply. If you take 2 a day, obviously that's 6 months. If you take 1 a day, that's going to last you for a year. Certainly if you get the 360, that's going to take you through almost when we'll do it as a Today's Special next year. So stock up if you can. That is item 083359. So glad you're ordering it because you will love it. I promise you, you'll love this.
By the way, Colleen, that's the plan. That if you get the large size, we're about 6 months away, almost exactly, from our Today's Special for circulation vein. So if you took 2 capsules a day, you'd be perfect timing. If you took 1 capsule a day, you'll still be able to benefit from the Today's Special, and you'll have 180 capsules left over. So we try to schedule things so everybody spends as little as possible on the products they want.
Yeah, it's really a fun, we could talk about that for an hour, frankly. That is a really fun product to talk about. We really could, because we didn't even talk about, like, when you hear the reviews, the people are impassioned when they start taking a product like that. That is life-changing. That is a quality of life product that I can't wait for you to try it if you're not taking it yet. And if you are, this is a good day to stock up.
And on that product, much as like glucosamine and chondroitin, the number of times you see words like miracle, love, life-changing used in the reviews, they're used hundreds of times. And it's not a coincidence. As I always say, I applaud the drug companies that invent these remarkable drugs. I have an easier job. All I have to do is look at our body, look at nature, identify the tools that Mother Nature has created for us, and then deliver them to you in a way that's a pleasure to enjoy their benefits. So as I say, my job is to pay attention to nature and science, and then get out of both of their ways. And when I do that well, I do a good job.
You do the best job. And I do want to give you some info quickly on another really fun product to talk about. This is another one that, as Andrew said, it is a notice, feel the difference, another life-changing product. If you're taking glucosamine chondroitin, you know what a difference it's making for your joints. If you aren't taking it yet, guys and girls out there, this is one that you want to listen up because it makes such a world of difference. And today we have it at a weekend special price for you. So it's an extra $50 off. This is a 600 cap size. That's a nice big bottle if you go with the big one, a 600 cap size. And we're offering it today for only $99.90. You can do 300, 150 or 75. So you pick the size you want. But bottom line about this, these are, again, this is the most affordable way, unless it's a Today's Special, it's the most affordable way to get glucosamine and chondroitin, which are these are expensive ingredients, and this is the glucosamine and chondroitin you want to be taking. But in a nutshell, if your joints are bugging you, and you know who you are, how are your knees feeling? How are your hips doing, right? How are your elbows, your shoulders, your neck, your back? Think of all the joints in our body. And when your joints aren't happy, you're not happy because they let us know about it in no uncertain terms. Well, that's what's great about this product because this goes after joint health. And the sooner you get on it, the better. I am so glad I've been taking this for over 20 years. Actually, probably longer than that because I actually was taking these ingredients. I injured my back many, many years ago when I was in high school. I was a diver and a swimmer and I injured my back. And point is, my chiropractor said I need to take this for the rest of my life. And I think a lot of us have discovered that not only do we need to be taking it, you need to take the right one. Andrew, you've heard me tell my mother-in-law's story when she was buying a glucosamine product elsewhere before she had ever tried yours. And she said, oh, that doesn't work. I took it, I tried it, I took the whole bottle, it didn't work. And that's the problem. A lot of people, I actually think when you said you have an easier job, I actually think you have a hard job, because a lot of times people compare what you're doing to what somebody else is doing. And the truth is what you're doing is what's working. But I think if people have a bad vitamin experience, they think vitamins don't work for me, I'm not gonna spend my money on vitamins,
well,
right?
Well, the reason why mine is an easy job, because I'm sort of, how I would say, sort of ethically constrained, that the science is the science. And if you want to start superimposing over the science, well, there's another form of glucosamine that costs much less, doesn't work, but it costs much less, we'll deliver that. That's not a decision I make. The science and nature makes that decision for me. I have to deliver the form that delivers the benefits. Unfortunately, most companies deliver the form that looks the same on the label, but will not perform the same in your body. So that's not a decision I will ever make. We'll never take shortcuts. There's no shortcutting science. It is what it is. The only way you deliver ingredient is if you deliver it as we see it, in its natural form, the form that the science has said delivers the benefits. And so I have some great charts here. Rather than reading reviews, the science is compelling on glucosamine and chondroitin. It's the building block of our joints. But if we look here, more than 22,500 papers have been published on glucosamine. Today, it's probably closer to 24,000. More than 20,500 papers have been published on chondroitin. So between the two of them, almost 45,000 papers. More than 1,500 papers have been published on both used together. So we see their combined effects. And then combined, more than 3,500 clinical trials. I don't think any drug or medicine has probably 35 or 50 clinical trials, meta-analyses and systematic reviews. So it's been really well examined, really well explored. Oh, this is just some reviews. Life-changing. This is my desert island choice. I would never, ever be without this supplement, as it literally saved my knees 5 years ago.
Wow.
Let me be clear. This is nothing like the supplements you get at your drugstore. True, it is. Can't compare. This is the sulfate form, which is more expensive, and in my opinion, the only form actually that helps your joints. Thanks, Andrew, from Jerry, New York.
Bravo, Jerry.
And this is also with us. It's 15 cents. Wanted to get. Oh, it says great for dogs too. I just wanted to get to some of the more of the science. Can't live without.
Wow.
Where's the science? Wow, my knees feel so much better. Let's get through some, because the science is really what's so compelling. Best product of its kind. You just read the headlines, they're compelling.
Exactly.
But here, this is from the British Journal of Sports Medicine. Joint cartilage is constantly rebuilding itself. As old or damaged cartilage breaks down, it is replaced by new healthy cartilage. Glucosamine in the form of glucosamine sulfate, they specifically call out the form we use, has been shown to support regeneration of cartilage. A combination of glucosamine and chondroitin should be considered viable first-line joint support nutrients. Be sure to tell patients, this is from a medical journal talking to doctors, be sure to tell patients to purchase glucosamine sulfate, not glucosamine hydrochloride. We use the glucosamine sulfate. Most products use the glucosamine hydrochloride. That's from the Journal of Family Practice. From the Journal of Rheumatology, a recent study suggested that glucosamine had long-term structure-modifying effects. It actually positively affects the structure of joints. Clinical therapeutics. According to our findings, glucosamine sulfate appears to rebuild damaged cartilage. It is known that glucosamine sulfate stimulates the rebuilding of experimentally damaged cartilage. We'll do one more. From the American Medical Association, this is a good one to finish with. Glucosamine sulfate is the first line of defense in supporting the health of the joints, according to the current scientific and regulatory recommendations. We add chondroitin as well. Our results suggest that the long-term administration of daily oral glucosamine sulfate at the minimal dose of 1,500 milligrams, that's what we deliver, supports the health of joint cartilage. There you have it.
Amazing. I mean, and we could keep talking. Again, all of these products are so comprehensive. We could talk about each of these for an hour, but it's a variety little segment here. If you'd like to try it, by all means, take advantage of this new pricing. This is weekend special pricing. You get 6 100 capsules of this for $99.90. If you can use express ordering, that's going to be the quickest way to get in. We are busy this afternoon. Thrilled that you've stopped by to see us and you're taking advantage of all of the fun birthday pricing, weekend special pricing, and of course, if you haven't seen it yet, we have another look at our Today's Special coming up right around the corner. But right now, before we get to the Today's Special, our best buy of the day, we want to talk about turmeric. And the turmeric that Andrew brings us, again, has rapidly become one of the hottest products. It's so funny. You hear about turmeric now everywhere. Everybody's talking about turmeric and the benefits of turmeric. And of course, Andrew was really the first one to start really educating us about these curcuminoids and all of the powerful benefits of taking a product like this. Let me show you what the choices are, and then we will give you the full lowdown here. You can do a 30, a 60, a 120, a 240. For me personally, turmeric's one of my favorite products. Of all Andrew products, I love taking this product. Guys, just Google it, read about it, listen to Andrew talk about the science. It is so essential. The ingredients and the benefits you get from taking turmeric, and especially Andrew's turmeric, they're undeniable. Here, normally for the large one, the 240, you'd be at $129. Today, we're at $89.90. That's a $40 savings. And then you just decide on which size you'd like. Everything, of course, free shipping and on FlexPay. And again, if you can use Express, that's the way to jump in here. But turmeric has become just a really hot buzzword in the world of health. I know that the ingredient has been around for thousands of years, but I think maybe as of late, Andrew, have they done more research that gives us more to learn and to talk about? Or why do you think now more than ever turmeric is such a popular product?
Well, I've been talking about it for 25 years, but like CoQ10 that I've been talking about for 36 years, it usually takes the industry a little while. And the reason why is I read the science and I make products based upon the science. I don't make products based upon where the sort of the economic interest is. I figure if I make a great product, that everyone will catch up to that product. If I talk about it and if we educate, eventually everyone catches up to that product. And that's exactly what happened with turmeric, although it's been a popular product of ours for almost 20 years. But our curcumin extract, not only is it 95% standardization, which is the critical standardization we all want, but we complex it with fat. I would never choose to deliver it with black pepper as a means of enhancing its absorption or really overcoming its poor absorption. Turmeric is not well absorbed in terms of its health benefits. And the typical turmeric spice is about 1% curcuminoids. Our product is 95% curcuminoids that we then complex with phosphatidylcholine, PC, the most important phospholipid in our brain, most important phospholipid in our liver. And turmeric is sort of Mother Nature's natural soothing ingredient for our joints, natural detoxifying ingredient for our liver, natural supportive ingredient for our brain. So it's become incredibly popular based upon the science, but the science was there 25 years ago. It just hadn't caught on yet. So as with CoQ10, those of you who've been following me for a while, you who've gotten access to these benefits long before anyone else. We've always been doing it more correctly. And again, turmeric is a spice, but unlike typical spices, which will upset your stomach, my turmeric extract will be soothing to your stomach. So it's soothing to your joints, it's soothing to your digestive system and GI tract. So it really is an entirely different way to embrace the wonderful benefits of turmeric, and perfect to go along with glucosamine and chondroitin.
Absolutely. And this, again, you have special pricing because it's a weekend special. So you decide if you want the 30, the 60, the 120, or the 240 cap size. Again, extensive, wide-ranging health benefits. We could talk about this for a long time as well because there's so many wonderful health benefits involved. But the best part is I think you will adore taking it. It's a wonderful product to take, and it's one of those that I will not be without this now. I mean, this is one, I find it incredibly soothing to take. And I think a lot of us feel that way about turmeric. So your chance to order it is here today. Another one that, of course, is a customer pick. Virtually every single one of Andrew's products is a customer pick on hsn.com. It's always fun to go read the feedback, go read the reviews. This is another one that people give high marks for all of the great benefits. And it really is such a value. Andrew, I take one of these a day. Do you recommend one or two of these a day?
I take one capsule per day, and we design most of our products, unless I say otherwise, to be one capsule per day.
Great.
Even so many products like hair, skin, and nails, and Ultimate Eye, and Circulation Vein, that were always 2 capsule products. I'd say now a good quarter to half the people who get them enjoy their benefits at 1 capsule. So I always endeavor to make it more and more affordable, but what we've done here, a lot of companies just take turmeric, throw it in a tablet or a pill, and they take turmeric spice, which when you deliver turmeric as a supplement, you're trying to deliver high levels of curcuminoids. When it's a spice, it's usually just flavor. So typical spice, 1% curcuminoids. So we're giving 95 times more benefits per unit of weight. And then we complex it with phosphatidylcholine. Without some absorption assistance, turmeric in a supplement is going to be a waste of money. And the only way, in my eye, to properly do that is to use a healthy natural ingredient like phosphatidylcholine. We basically take a page out of sort of an Indian cookbook. When they make stews or cook things, they cook it slowly in the presence of fat, which naturally complexes the curcuminoids with fat, and they're incredibly well absorbed.
You know what's funny? You can kind of feel it. I just opened one up, and you can kind of feel that
you can see it,
yeah, you can see it.
The grittiness.
Yes.
Because normally the turmeric, without being complexed with the fat, it would be like baby powder. When you complex it with the fat, it gets a little sticky. But it's that natural composition, that natural blend that takes advantage of what they've been doing in observing all the benefits from the turmeric in the healthy Asian and Indian diet. They're naturally complexing it with fat. So again, you don't have to use fancy chemicals to deliver on Mother Nature's promise. You just have to pay attention to what she does, and then you can get a product that delivers all of the benefits that we're seeking.
Yes, one thing I'm going to just put out a little beauty tip for everybody. I would not recommend opening up these capsules and swirling your fingernails around in them as I've been doing, because I look like I've been eating like a whole bag of Cheetos over here. I mean,
but you know what's funny is I always say, why do you look at all those products, and you'll see when my vitamin C drinks come out in the future, they are so rich in color. My Ultimate Eye is so rich in color, astaxanthin, turmeric, so rich in color. Why did anyone even think it was necessary to develop an artificial color when, once again, nature provides these unbelievable tools that I know you're experiencing what I did when you open a capsule of turmeric and you spread it around. Yes, of course, you could wash your hands and it comes off. But it is in fact, when you look at Buddhist or Hindu robes and you see that wonderful sort of yellow-orange color, it's turmeric. It's been used as a natural color, not just a natural traditional medicine as well. So
interesting. Okay, I know we have 2 today's specials to talk about. That's going to be coming up. But before we get there, we did want to give a couple moments to share Andrew's immune factors with all of you, because we also do have this at special pricing for this visit. It's an extra special savings because it's our birthday. So you can choose an 18, a 32, a 30, a 60, a 180, or 360. That's the pricing breakdown, and you can see your saving. If you order the 360, you're saving $50 off the large one, and it is your famous immune factors. People, of course, adore this product, and this, more than ever is a time, obviously, we're all doing what we can to be healthy as possible, to keep our immune system at optimal health, and so an immune factor product is one that many of us can benefit from. Right, Andrew?
And this is something I'll discuss with an apology. That many of you might have noticed after January of this year, I stopped talking about this on air. I think I maybe talked about it just as I'm doing here for 1 or 2 minutes, and that's it. It's important that we do everything we possibly can to support our immune system: adequate sleep, healthy diet, healthy vitamin D levels. Follow all of your doctor's guidance in terms of maintaining healthy blood sugar levels and of course, healthy blood pressure levels. We want to do all the things we possibly can. I just thought during this time right now, it was not the appropriate time for me to be emphasizing the role of this product. Instead, all I want to do is let everyone know that we planned properly, we planned adequately, so we've kept it in stock all through this time. So even though I didn't promote it, it's available, it's there, and we're gonna not, again, until the world goes back to the way it was, it's something that, no, we have it for you, but we're not going to emphasize it because I just don't think it's the appropriate thing to be talking about. There is a long list of things that we need to be doing properly to make sure that as individuals we protect ourselves, and as a society, because our individual actions are what is going to give rise to the best collective outcome. Unfortunately, without getting political here, I say that, the science is the science. If you ignore the science, You know, a virus, whether it's a virus doesn't know Democrat, Republican, it's a virus. They've been around for billions of years, and they're going to be around for billions of years. So we just have to pay attention, make good decisions as individuals and collectively, and we will then have a good outcome. So hopefully we do that and just know we have this available, but you won't be seeing it on TV more than 1 or 2 minutes, and that's it. So
Bravo.
Sorry about that.
Pat just said in my ear, Andrew Lessman for president. Have you ever thought about going into politics? Not to talk about politics, but has that ever been on your radar?
Why does, if you read my bio, the reason why I initially pursued medicine, and then I was disillusioned by medicine's focus on illness and not wellness, then I went to law school because I figured I'd become a lawyer and I would be able to go into public service and I'd be able to change the way the pharmaceutical industry, the way our country perceived its focus on health being more preventive rather than illness. So I intended to go into politics. That's what I intended to do. I wanted to be president.
Wow.
But I think now I get to do more good sitting right here than I could ever do as president. And I think also as president, no matter what the political party we might be, and I'm an independent, I have a foot in each party, and I've always had that way, that I think you can't make everyone happy. But with my job here today, I do a pretty good job making almost everybody happy because, as I say, I follow the big guy, the blueprint he designed long, long ago. I just get to follow his blueprint. So there's no politics to that. So I sit to here and I don't have to worry about either side. I'm comfortably in the middle, pleasing both sides.
Well, I know for sure you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and I know there are millions of people that are grateful at the life choices you made because we all live better because of it. So with that said, let's talk about the star of the day. Here comes our today's special. This is the new Ultimate Eye. Andrew has been selling this product for 30 years. Over the years, this product has evolved to the latest formula, the highest potency formula, the biggest benefits for the health and the protection of your eyes. And we have the best value we've ever had on the Ultimate Eye Support. I'll show you because there are two choices. One choice is going to have astaxanthin in the formula, one is not. Otherwise, everything is the exact same, right? It's just whether or not you want the astaxanthin in the formula. We have a 40, a 120, a 360 or a 720 size. Here is where the pricing would be. These are not inexpensive ingredients. These are some of Andrew's most expensive ingredients: lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin. These are ingredients, again, that are costly, but boy, are they effective. These are powerful carotenoids that can do amazing things for the health and support of your eyes. So with that said, the largest one down here for $199. And again, when you look at a 360, and this usually we only offer up to a 360. This is only for the today's special. You can buy it in a 720 size. The 360, the everyday price is $250. So for $50 less, we are doubling the amount. Yes, for $50 less, we are doubling the amount. You are saving $260 off that product if you order it today. It's a one-day only offer. It's a one-day only value. But just to give you one more illustration here, why the vast majority of people are ordering the formula with the astaxanthin. Oop, and I guess I didn't have the right chart handy here. Let me find it for you. Because the one with the astaxanthin, here it is. Check it out. This alone, just the astaxanthin in the formula is a $160 value. The Ultimate Eye on its own is $300 for the 720 count. Right? So for $199, you're getting a $300 product, you're getting a $160 product, so you are saving way more than you're spending. The astaxanthin is completely free, and the Ultimate Eye is another $100 off. So that's why it's been hugely popular. Last we checked, I think somewhere around 44,000 had been spoken for. So people are excited about it because it's the best value, it is the absolute best formula. There is no eye product on the market like this eye product. And if you want to do something for the good health of your eyes, definitely let's listen. Andrew's going to share some of the benefits with all of us, but bottom line, this is the time to buy it while we still have the big sizes. I'm happy to report that because your largest size over here, especially the one, Andrew, with the astaxanthin in the formula, last I checked, there were fewer than 2,000. I'm assuming you're going to be able to get more for your later show tonight, but I know that one is dwindling fast. We're getting very limited in this large size.
It will for certain not last through the day.
Okay.
The large size, in both the Ultimate Eye and the Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin, and part of the reasons We had what we call our back order capability, where we make more product. But more often than not, we could produce more product if we had to in a couple of days when we're dealing with powders. But this is an incredibly sophisticated formula now, not just in terms of its formulation, but in how we put it together. So that's also why it became so much more affordable. If you look at the ingredients in the product today, and I'll go through the list here, if we just start at the top. So even though the price is better than last year, there's 20% more lutein, incredibly expensive ingredient, 20% more zeaxanthin. There's also, we added astaxanthin. So the value of the lutein, the product, the Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin, it's more affordable today than the Ultimate Eye without astaxanthin.
Oh,
and last year, you would have had to spend another $100 to add astaxanthin. So today, you're spending only $40 more to get the astaxanthin. But even if you make believe the Ultimate Eye on its own didn't exist, the Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin is a better value than the Ultimate Eye on its own last year. So,
wow.
And that's because we added 20% more lutein, 20% more zeaxanthin. We added the astaxanthin, obviously. We added 20% more anthocyanins from bilberry and black elder. Of course, you still get your citrus bioflavonoids, your green tea extract, your EGCG extract, your grapeseed extract for the circulation to and from your eye. Of course, you get your vitamin C, your vitamin A, your basic nutrients. We then added zinc, because if you look at the research on eye health, zinc is now getting a tremendous amount of play. So we added zinc and copper. We also decided that because this is an oil-based formula, we wanted to add an oil that delivered supportive benefits. So we added ahi flower oil because of the presence of stearidonic acid, SDA. We also, because of the role of phosphatidylcholine in the membrane health of our eyes, we added phosphatidylcholine. So the product is light years beyond the incredible formula we had last year. It's more affordable than last year. And just the benefits, and also to give you an idea of how high potency, if you look at the typical American diet, we get less than 2 milligrams a day of lutein and zeaxanthin. This product, you're getting 18 milligrams a day. So you're basically getting 10 times more per day. So even if you just took 1 or 2 capsules a week, you're still multiplying the benefits of your diet in terms of eye health. So if you looked at your eye health benefits of your diet, even at 1 or 2 capsules a week, you're multiplying them. At 1 or 2 capsules per day, you're just doing a remarkable thing. So again, when it comes to being healthy, you have to look at supplements differently than you'd look at a medicine. When you look at a medicine, you have to take those 1 or 2 pills a day, whether it's an antibiotic or whatever it might be, to get the benefits of that drug. When it comes to healthy supplementation, your budget can dictate other than the label. So if the label says 1 or 2 capsules per day, yes, that might be ideal, but it's like having 1 healthy meal once or twice a week. That delivers benefits. It's better than no healthy meals. So having 1 or 2 capsules of this product a day delivers more of its healthy components than you're typically getting in an entire week.
Wow.
So again, it's not all or nothing, and that's what I really try to communicate. Oftentimes we figure, even with exercise, if you go out for a walk 1 day a week, that's better than not going out at all. So don't think of these things as being all or nothing. You're perfectly good or you're perfectly bad. Whatever you do in a good direction, you can assess its benefits. I mean, you could look at clinical science and research and see what a difference even small amounts of these optical pigments, the lutein and zeaxanthin, these macular pigments do. And if you get an abundance, then you see an enormous benefit, and that's exactly what we deliver here.
Absolutely, and I do need to point out, this is the final look until this evening for the final show. I don't know what will be left in the largest size. I do want to say that if you do want the astaxanthin in the formula, in the 720 count, which the vast majority of you have ordered today, there are 2,000 left, presently in stock, ready to go. So I just want to give you guys heads up on that. This has been the runaway #1 choice. Why? Because at 2 capsules a day, that is a full year's supply. We only do this as a today's special special one time a year. And a lot of us who are devotees to Andrew's line of products, we plan this way. We wait for the today's specials, we stock up on this day, it's a one-day offer, and we know we're gonna get the biggest savings, and we know we don't have to order it again for a year, right? So that's why I think it's the day to do it. If you are already using it, by all means restock today. And if you have not tried it yet, this is a product that I hope you will try. I hope you will try it because it is so beyond just something that makes you feel good knowing that you're taking it. Because a lot of times we try to do healthy things because we know it's good for us. This is, you notice a difference when you take this. You will see a difference. Your doctor, your eye doctor will see a difference when you start giving your body these ingredients. These are the ingredients that our eyes need, and we're not getting these ingredients in any kind of abundance whatsoever in our diet. So it's a chance for you to get the finest quality eye product on the market. If you want the astaxanthin, it's basically free. You aren't paying for that at all. It's a $160 product that's part of this offer if you're ordering that large one. Again, to get that alone, to get the whole thing for under $200, it's $50 on your credit card to get it home, and you have 30 days to try it out. Why not? I hope you will try it. I think you will be amazed when you see the difference. We are, those of us who take it, we love it. And if you have a minute to go read the reviews, with the 4- and 5-star reviews, there's close to 2,000 excellent reviews on this product. Perfect 5 stars, over 1,600 perfect 5-star reviews. And you should read these reviews. I mean, people are excited. People are serious about the fact that their eyes feel different, that their eye doctors tell them, keep doing what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, don't stop. Just keep it going because it's working. And that's the key. These ingredients work. And that's what's special about it. And then Andrew, beyond just all the benefits to our eyes, there's other health benefits to our whole body when we take these ingredients. Is that not right?
Well, that's some of the research that I was talking about earlier today, that lutein and zeaxanthin, if we look at the way our body works, our sensory organs, say our eyes and our ears, easy to think of those and even our eyes, the sense or smell. These sensory organs are really extensions of our brain. So we know how critical lutein and zeaxanthin, by their very definition, they are the macular pigments. They are these optical pigments. They protect our eyes, they deliver sharper vision, they help us deal with glare and eye stress, they help with accommodation. Astaxanthin does as well. So these pigments are a vital structural component in how our eyes work. So, okay, if the eyes are an extension of our brain, we'd figure, gosh, I'll bet we probably find them in our brain. And the answer is we do. And guess what? When we look at levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in our eyes and in our brain, they are associated with better brain function, better cognitive function by virtually every measure of cognitive function. So again, it's not just, you'd have to figure these molecules are so protective and it's such an essential part of how our eyes work. Before I was talking about omega-3s, that omega-3s, if you said omega-3s are a critical part of our brain or a critical part of our eyes, that would be a more accurate statement than saying calcium is a critical part of our bones. And we know how critical calcium is for our bones. Well, lutein and zeaxanthin, they're absolutely defining of the technical name of the macula lutea, yellow spot. It has that name. Why? Because of lutein and zeaxanthin. Think of macula lutea, lutein. That's where they get the name. So it's not that these are ingredients that I've invented to work on your eyes. These are ingredients that were invented by, again, the guy I take orders from. It was invented for our eyes to work. But unfortunately, we human beings in our infinite wisdom, what did they say? We got free will. And with it, we kind of went a little sideways. So with our free will, we decided what we were going to eat. And in deciding what we eat, certainly in our country today, we are ignoring the ingredients that were given to us to protect our eyes, to protect our healthy vision. So that is the blueprint from my product. The blueprint for my product is basically would have been a blueprint for a healthy diet. So if you're looking at what a healthy diet would represent in terms of eye health and brain health, and as I said, we introduced our phosphatidylcholine, our PC liver, about 30 plus years ago. Eventually, it became PC liver and brain because that PC is a critical phospholipid for the brain. Who knows, maybe in 5 years, this will not be ultimate eye support, but this will be ultimate eye and brain support because the research right now on the role lutein and zeaxanthin play in a healthy young brain, a healthy aging brain, is just as important as it is for our eyes.
Fantastic. I do need to ask everybody a favor. If you can use express ordering, that's going to be the quickest way to get in. We are very busy. A lot of you have waited till now to order, and I'm thrilled that you are. We have fewer than 2,000 left right now in stock, ready to go, ready to be delivered with the astaxanthin 720 cap size. If you want the astaxanthin in the formula, you want the largest one, $50 on your credit card, I would order mine. You will get it. It's in stock, ready to go right now. I don't know what's going to happen later tonight. I know Andrew has mentioned he probably will not have the biggest bottles to last all the way till midnight tonight, which usually with a today's special is what we try to do. But with over 47,000 ordered, the vast majority, this large one, there's a few more than 1,000 that we have presently available for you. So by all means, give us a call. And again, if you can use express ordering or head straight to hsn.com, you'll see a picture of this right on the homepage. You can click on that, just click buy now. You pick the size you want, choose FlexPay. It'll divide this up into nice, affordable monthly payments for you. It's free shipping and handling. We'll have it on the way so that you can be using it and seeing those great health benefits. I think, Andrew, you like to bring this to us in the summertime. I mean, clearly our eyes work so hard for us all year, but in the summertime in particular, I think there's even added strain on our eyes. And I think you like to put the focus on our eyes during the month of July, June and July like this.
And that is why I introduced this product originally in July, and that was almost 30 years ago. And that's specifically for that reason. Because my whole life is sort of driven by my outdoor activities and sports, and that's where I try to find myself, because I could work wherever I am. I work too much, but at least I get to work wherever I might be. And for me, being outside in the mountains is a wonderful thing. But being outside in the mountains between 8,000 and 14,000 feet of altitude, which is how I spend every summer for the last 30 years, it's damaging to my skin, it's damaging to my eyes. So I make sure that I get the lutein and zeaxanthin that is Mother Nature's natural protection against high energy blue light, ultraviolet radiation. So that's why I think everybody's a little bit more receptive this time of year. And I never want to be, most people would say I'm kind of the incurable optimist, but I don't ever want to be someone who's sort of doom and gloom, that we're aging, everything's bad, all our systems are going to struggle and suffer with aging. What hopefully the takeaway from what I say is, yes, aging is a problem. And we don't want to be caught saying, if I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. But hopefully what resonates here, whether you get my product or not, is that there are an abundance of tools available to us if we look around, if we pay attention. Lutein and zeaxanthin, as abundant as they are in my product, kale, spinach, asparagus, peas, corn, if we make these staples in our diet, they become an ultimate eye support diet. So unfortunately, it's not the way we eat. Most of our calories come from other sources. But so hopefully this is a wake-up call that there are things we can do. And hopefully what I've done here today, we took a product that 30 plus years ago was my most expensive product, even more expensive per capsule than CoQ10. Today, even though it's dramatically more high potency than it ever was before, today and we increased the potency by 20% on lutein, on zeaxanthin. We added astaxanthin. It's a little bit more than a quarter a capsule with astaxanthin. So what we've accomplished today, whether you take 1 or 2 capsules daily or just took 1 or 2 capsules a week, you're dramatically multiplying what you're giving your body to protect its vision, to also to support the healthy functioning of your brain. So again, we have, and I'm grateful for what my product development department has done. We have managed to get a little bit even further out of the way of the gifts that Mother Nature provides by making this higher potency, a greater value, less expensive, and delivering more of what protects the tools that naturally protect our vision.
Yeah, it really is kind of amazing when you look at how the formula has evolved. So you're getting more benefits than ever before because it's the most high potency formula Andrew has ever brought us at the lowest price. And this is the day. This is a product, we try to keep it in stock. you don't find this value. First of all, we don't carry a 720 size, so start there. We don't carry this size but once a year. It's a Today Special only, it's a one-day only offer. So today you get the bigger size and you are saving $260. This is for $199. Just the Ultimate Eye alone without astaxanthin is $300. I'll show you on that chart. I mean, that alone is $300 just for the Ultimate Eye Support in a 720 size. And then the astaxanthin is another $160 value in that same offer for $199. That's why we're down to a few more than 1,000 only left for the whole day, almost 48,000. So in the grand scheme, there's not a lot of this left to go around.
We will run out.
So there you go.
We will for certain. I mean, I wish it wasn't otherwise, but the complexity of this formula, because remember, things like the bilberry extract, things like the black elder extract, things like the grapeseed, those are powders. Those have to be specially micronized and then suspended in the incredible ahi flower oil, which is an amazing oil that we use, that ahi flower oil, suspended in those, and then the astaxanthin, the lutein and zeaxanthin, those themselves are these natural carotenoid oils. So it's a really complicated hybrid formula for us to put together. We made plenty of extra going into today, but it will for sure run out later this evening, and I know we will not have the large size of either formula. And the Today Special, for us, no matter how popular it is, it's going to take us another year to kind of reconstitute and for our suppliers to reconstitute. So this will not be coming back probably until May or June of 2021.
Wow.
So it will be a monthly special sometime before that, but a monthly special never approximates the kind of value or approaches the kind of value we can do for a Today Special.
There we go. All right, well, before we let Andrew go, if you have been watching the show and wondering where he is in beautiful Aspen, Colorado. The backdrop looks exquisite. You look better than ever. You look so healthy and so fantastic. Oh. Are you feeling great? Because you look great.
No, I'm feeling great. This is why I've always come here, because I used to spend more time here. I used to come here around Memorial Day, and I'd stay here until October. What was great about that when I did that 30 years ago, it was almost free to come here because no one really came here in the summer. So unfortunately now, everybody realizes that it's not just you want to come here in the winter for skiing or snowboarding. Now I probably come here in the winter for 3 days, and I come here in the summer for 3 months. This is for me. This is my salvation, where I run mountain trails. I commune with nature. I'm blessed. My Lincoln is over 12 years old, and I'm blessed to be able to run at 12 years old, to be able to go run trails at my age and at his age, for us to still be able to run trails at 10, 11,000, 12,000 feet of altitude is a gift. I get emotional even when I think about it. So it's God's country up here, and it reminds me of all the gifts that's out there if we actually go out there. So with a product like this, or Max Lutein and Zeaxanthin, it's just really trying to concentrate. You look at the green in nature.
Right.
That's chlorophyll, that's lutein, that's zeaxanthin. So Max L plus Z, when I'm at altitude, the levels of UV radiation, I would imagine it's 2, 3, 4 times higher than at sea level.
Sure.
And that is why my ophthalmologist said, hey, you've got great healthy eyes. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You're at altitude, you're always outdoors, you run on the beach, you mountain bike. You need to give your body extra protection. That is lutein and zeaxanthin. And then he said he also likes this level, the 6 and 12. 6 and 12, as we find it in our Ultimate Eye, this is then a booster that can take our Ultimate Eye to 12 and 24. That's what he wanted it for. A lot of his patients have specific issues. So you want to make sure you're delivering even higher concentration of those optical pigments, because they are part of the structure and the function of our eye. So it's something that many of you also requested I do. It's only a year old, this product. We introduced it last April of 2019.
Yeah, I will show you real quickly. You can do a 30, a 60, a 120, or a 240 size. This is today's special pricing. So you're saving $80 off the largest size, 40, 20, or 10, depending on which one. You can do the Try Me, or you can stock up on that 240 size. But the bottom line is you get to really maximize the benefits of these God-given ingredients, lutein, zeaxanthin, these carotenoids that are so incredibly powerful and helpful for the support, the protection, the health of our eyes. And so if you want to add this to the Today's Special, go for it. I mean, this is a way to just kind of supercharge all the great things that you've been educating us about when it comes to these marvelous ingredients. So go for it, guys. If you want to try it, this is the best day to do it. It's not often we get to really kind of focus in and have the kind of conversation we do about health. This is sort of, you know, the world's largest classroom when it comes to learning about our health. And I think it is really enlightening when you learn what ingredients like this can do for your eyes.
And it's not like me to go biblical. And if my Sunday school teacher were here, and he's no longer with us, he'd be spinning right now, because what was the line I said when he asked me why do I seem like I never want to be in Sunday school? I used to always say, well, if you told me that God is everywhere, so why do I have to be here to be with him?
Okay, smarty pants.
But when we were in the Garden of Eden, we had all this abundance around us, all the things we need. Whether we like to realize it or not, we still are in pretty much a Garden of Eden if we pay attention to what's around us. There's abundance, there's an abundance of tools. We just have to pay attention. And that's what I try to say, is that if we pay attention to what's available in nature, and science helps us inform us about that availability, you know, products like our Max L Plus C, products like our Ultimate Eye can help support our path, hopefully a long and healthy path through life.
All right, Andrew, we are signing off for now. It always flies by when you're here, so thank you for sharing your afternoon with us. I know you're back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Shannon in the final 2 hours, so we'll look forward to that.
Yes, and if you're watching us later, Lincoln and I, there's a mountain in the background. He and I will be running up that mountain this afternoon.
Yay, I love it. All right, well, you take good care. Thanks for being there. We will talk to you soon.
You as well, Colleen. Take care.
Amy's standing by. She is going to be with Diane Gilman via Skype. I'll see you Thursday night on The List. Bye, everybody.
Okay, so I'm not gonna be shy about it. I like to eat. I'm a real foodie. And I'm telling you, we've got some tasty foods, and they've all been curated just for you. Grab a seat and join us. Good Eating with Me, every Monday at 5 p.m.
It's our big birthday deals weekend. Cue the confetti. More